That ball into play and we're off with our first of the semi-finals off the back of the line. Out here now comes Faku being pursued there by Barto, just checks up, comes back inside him on this one here now. Looks up to see what he can do with this one. Has to unload it, does so, tips that one over the top, trying to get that one up for Lewis. But Lewis has just been pushed a bit wide, but managed to get back onto this one here. Lewis on Juana, going goalward bound here now. Lewis on Juana. He's got a bit of space on Camilo, but Rashudi's coming back to put the pressure on him. There it is, the flag's aloft. First blood on the board for Hugo Lewis and Habtoor Polo. Certainly got the better of the Habtoor team in the first chukker. It was 5-1 by the end of the first chukker, and the ball back into play out the back of the line now. Barto looking to come onto this one here. Checks up on the play, comes under the net. Him hot pursuit there is Faku. Faku just yields off it. Leaves it now for Barto once again. This time gets hooked off out of it. Now Camilo comes back inside. Little brother goes for the shot. Sends a driving shot up towards the goal. Towards the goal it is. He's got under it, but didn't quite get the distance he was looking for. Gets back onto his own play. Coming quickly back onto the ball once again. Tries to avoid the hook there from Solo. Can't do anything about that one there. Consolo, it looks like it's gone through the goals. It'll hold off today. Umpire right, bowls that ball back into play. Into play it is. Comes off with Barto off the back of the line out. Nice clean line out there indeed. Barto on the move on Navi. Checks up, looks up to see where the goals are. Comes in, one tap, goes to the driving shot. Comes off the pony of Faku. Picks it back up on the near side. Regains possession. Pressurized there by Tommy. Leaves it behind. It's going to be Camilo picks it up. Camilo once again coming through the pack. Hook comes in by Lewis. Can't do anything about it as he goes on the near side and puts it away for number 2 there. Blocked out of the play. For a little backhand there by Faku Sola. Sola looking to try and come on his own backhand, but it's going to be Barto covering the ground well. Picks it up here now. Makes a turn there with Faku Sola in contention. Comes away from him this time. Where Rafino just comes in and gives a bit of a helping hand. In fact, I think it was Rashudi. Gets his ball moving forward here. Well does Barto Castagnola. Castagnola going goal bound here now. Castagnola. Lewis looking to get the hook in, but Castagnola's gone up past him, and he has, and through those goals it is. 3 goals it is now for Desert Palm. 1 for 1. So, Tommy Beresford quickly changing on to Don Juan. I'm sure we'll be repeating these two a little bit later on. Lewis also changing on to Correcta. As does Rufino Benzadon. On to Shalon. Ball back into play once again out the back of the line out. Nice clean line outs coming out with this one here. But it is going to be Camilo complaining about a bit of a foul hook. They both got lost up in the tangled up in that little bit of a hook there. Probably as Malik came across and actually struck Fuckles rather than anything else. And the ball's just driven up there by Tommy. Trying to get onto it is Lewis, but the backhand comes in there by Camilo. Camilo's backhand cleared out towards the side for Rufino Benzadon to come onto here. Beresford manages to pick his pocket on that one there, turns it back towards goal here. He's got Barto in front of him, tries to get past, can't. Rufino comes in, recovers play once more, sends it up this time for Camilo. Camilo up on the move here now. Camilo Castagnola. Camilo up over the halfway line here now. Lewis coming up the middle of the field, trying to cut down the corner. Mohamed Habtoor looking to keep him off this play, checks up out of it. Couldn't get the backhand, could Lewis. Camilo picks it up once again. Camilo comes forward up towards the goal, looking to get another one on the board once again. He just taps this one, taps it, and he gets a little tick of that one, does Lewis, and it's left there. Doesn't end up going through the goals, but we get a whistle. I think we'll possibly find, let's see what they have to say on this one here now. I think, yes, the goal is given, the goal it is, goal is good. 4 goals it is to Desert Palm, 2 goals to Habtoor. So once more, these two teams back to the middle of the field here. Changing guns once more. Rapid fire Polo out here this afternoon. 1:56 on the clock and the ball's ball back into play again. It's off the front of the line out. Flicked out there. Out forward. Try for Barto to get onto. Barto wanting another one. He's wanting goal number 5. It's Barto Castagnola. He's got the length. He's got the distance. He's looking to straighten this one up here. Faku's coming back at him, but unfortunately he can't get in contention with that play. And goal number 5 it is on the board there for Desert Palm. 5 goals to Desert Palm. 2 goals to Habtoor. Stretching quite a good margin out here at the end of this chukker. Desert Palm. As I said the other day, the first chukker ended up 5-1. But there's still a couple of minutes left, or a minute and a half left, minute 20 to play. So, still time for another goal, the way these boys put them on the board here this afternoon. Slapping them through the post. Up all right, just waiting for Bardo to come back. Comes through. On the play comes Sola, left in the back in there for Tommy Beresford to come and pick up. Tommy getting a push and shove from Camilo. Camilo trying to find that play, but it's picked up now by Facu Sola. Facu coming round the long way, turns back inside, flicks it there, and coming onto the play, just putting that little bag of sweeties out there in front of Camilo, and he couldn't quite help it and had to make a play on the ball, and we get a whistle on the play. You just see on the replay here that Facu just flicked that one in behind him, got himself half post straightened up to him, was blocked in his play. Tried to have a play on it there, did Camilo. But nope, say the umpires, and we have a penalty. And it looks like we're moving up for a penalty 4. A 60-yard penalty in favour of Habtoor, looking to close that gap by a goal. 2 goals it is to Habtoor, 5 goals it is to Desert Palm. Players called. Tommy Beresford just quickly changing ponies as well, but it's going to be Facu Sola to take the penalty. Tommy on to Kika. So driving this one forward is high, it's straight. Is it straight enough? No, it's just drifted wide to the left. So the score remains the same. 2 goals to Habtoor, but it's still 5 goals up there for Desert Palm with 45 seconds left to play. Players called. Bartle to come back round onto this play here now. And there goes the first toot, and the ball's just in play. Barto gives it a good driving shot, looking to get this one up here now for Camilo. Coming back onto it first, so it looks like it's going to be Facu. Facu just keeps him wide off that one and keeps the play here now. Takes the hook, keeps the ball. Takes possession of this play here, makes a nice turn here now. Checks up, comes back inside the next pair of players, being Rashudi and Tommy. Tommy goes up on the move. Gets a lovely passing play up there for Tommy Beresford. Tommy looks up to see who's there, goes with the shot, but unfortunately looks like he's cut that one wide out towards the side, and towards the side it goes. And it's probably going to go out over the back line, as it does, right on the hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So to end chucker number 1, we have 2 goals to Habtoor, 5 goals it is to Desert Palm. And if you're watching on Polo Cam, we will go and have some adverts for our sponsors here. And of course this tournament is supported by the Abu Dhabi Sports Council and of course the Emirates Polo Association and our sponsors, who without there is no possibility of running such prestigious tournaments. Don and Mebu for Bartle. Mohamed Habtoor on Dorotea. Hugo on Coloradita. Facu on Copada. And Luz of Facu Solis for Tommy Beresford. So 2 teams looking to get chucker number 2 under the way, and it's going to be Barto Castagnola to bring the ball in here now. Taps it up, goes under the neck, feeds that out to little brother Camilo. Camilo on the play here now. Camilo keeps his ball moving forward. In comes Beresford, can put the pressure on him here now. Looks to check up, tries to come inside of Beresford on that one there. Barto overshoots, goes up, play it, but he's had his pocket picked there by Tommy. He's got Rashudi in, putting the pressure on as well, but it's going to be Beresford to come off with this one here now. Gets hooked off out of it. Pony just hopping and bouncing around, just being a little bit unkind, but Beresford gets time to get back onto the play, and once more comes away with the ball here now. Tommy Beresford up on the move. Beresford coming forward, comes in between the 2 players in the form of Rafino in front. Gets caught up in a bit of a traffic, but managed to come away with the play once more. It is Beresford who's gone wide. He's on the milk run, goes with the next shot, tries to push this one in towards the goal, and not just towards the goal, it's through the goals it is. Took his time, stoically getting himself into a position, and then managing to put it under the neck and through the goals. For goal number 3 on the board there for Habtoor. 3 goals to Habtoor, 5 goals it is to Desert Palm. So back to the middle once more it is. Ball bowled into play, off the line, out it comes. Barto gets hooked out of it by Lewis, but manages to get it away and gets the backhand in. Onto line comes here now, does Camilo. Camilo picks up the play. Camilo goes with the driving shot. He gets a long way under that one, but not quite the length or the direction he was looking for that one on there, but it looks like it's gone wide. Wide it is, and out over the back line. They've only had 2 behinds here so far in this match of 8 goals being scored, so it's not a bad sort of conversion rate. Beresford brings this one in, cuts this one out here now towards us here at Polo Cam for Facu. Facu yields off the play, no, keeps possession, goes around the corner on this one, gains a bit of momentum coming around the corner here now, does Faku on Kapala, goes with a big driving shot, puts his one up the front door here now for Mohamed Habtoor. He's a little bit wider goals. Mohamed's going to have to straighten this one up. He's got space and time to do so, does so, settles down on the play. Bartel coming up to put the pressure on him, goes under the neck with it, looks to put it away in between the goalposts, but unfortunately he just pushes it wide. Wide it is. 3 goals it is to Habtoor, 5 goals to Desert Palm still. And we have Camilo off the play. Got a little bit of a problem off the pony, got a little bit of a problem there. It looks like with Licha, so he'll just take her off. She'll be looked at by a veterinary surgeon. Possibly not coming back today, but certainly will be coming back later on in the tournament if they qualify through for the finals. So just a slight pause in play there. 5:07 on the clock it is in chucker number 2. Bartel to bring it back into play. Bartel. Probably going to cut this one under the neck. No, he goes open with this one here. Straight up there. Trying to get that one up now for Rafino up onto this one here on the near side play. Back on the stick side. Beresford coming around to put the pressure on. There's 2 blue shirts in front of him, Habtoor, and he gets up to it, goes with the driving shot as he's been ridden off there by Faku Sola. But Faku just had enough pressure on him, so he couldn't quite get the angle he was looking for. And once more we have another wide. So the ball to be brought back in play by Tommy Beresford. Our Irish Chileno brings it in for Habtoor, brings it forward, cuts it open here now in towards the middle of the field, trying to get that one for Lewis, but it hits the back of a pony and gets caught dead, and first onto it is going to be Camilo, but as he does, not quite quick enough for the umpires. You get a very solid blow on that one there. You saw you had Beresford seeing this opportunity and came storming up as soon as he realised it hit the back of the pony, came straight onto the play. And we have a whistle, so the umpire's just deciding how far they're going to move this one, if it's just going to go halfway or they're going to take it all the way to a penalty 4. It looks like with the momentum going up the field, we're going to move this up for a penalty 4, a 60-yard penalty. Which number? So the ball's dropped down here now for Faku Sola to tee the ball up for a penalty 4. A 60-yard penalty. So we have a 60-yard penalty. Faku up onto this one here. He gets under it nicely. Is it straight enough? Let us see. And the umpire and the flagman say yes. Ooh, no, we don't. No, it is not. It's just gone wide. A lot of elevation on that one there and caught in the breeze. Faku reckons it had actually turned outside the post after it had gone through, but no goals to be given. 3 goals it is. Habtoor, 5 goals to Desert Palm as it's brought back in by Bartha once again. Cuts this one in behind Lewis this time here now. Comes on the run by himself, leaves it behind. Camilo's looking to try and get up onto this one on the near side, does so, looking for his Faku, but nothing to be given on that one there, and he overshoots the player and leaves it now for Lewis to try and come on the boards there with Rafino. Can't pick it up, but it's going to be Beresford there with Rashid. He flicks it in towards the middle of the field here now, but it is going to be Bartel, steals that one across the front on the near side. Oh, Beresford picks it up here, looking for something out of that one there, puts it onto the stick side here of Lewis, allows him to push him back onto the play, comes onto it, backhand by Beresford, saving the day for Habtoor once more. Sent back into the throws this time by Rashidi, but we get a whistle on the play. And we certainly saw that there was a bit of a rough and tumble going on up there, and we had Beresford clearing that one out, and as he did, Rashidi tries to come onto the line, but the umpires decide there's not quite enough distance and speed for him to claim the line and make the play. So the ball's placed down here now, and it's going to be Faku Solo to bring it into play. Faku goes the driving shot, threads that one up here now. Try and get it up for Beresford. Bartle doesn't come onto it. Beresford's coming through with momentum here now. Beresford up on the move, up over the halfway line, up over the 60-yard line, about 40, but he's right on the boards. In comes Bartle, checks up on the play. Does Beresford, turns it back towards the goals once again. He loses it slightly for a moment. Barto says right off, thank you, I'll have that one, thank you very much indeed, and I can go back at the other opposite end of the field as quickly as you came down this one, Beresford. Come on, chase me if you can. And it is Barto. Barto on the move, taps it once, avoids that long hooking reach of Beresford, but Beresford can do nothing on that one there, but watch it go through the goals for goal number 6 on the board for Desert Palm. 6 goals it is to Desert Palm, 3 goals to Habtoor. These young boys, they're sharp, they're quick. They're on fire out here this afternoon. This is, of course, prospectively the future of the Argentine Open high goal out here with Rufino and the 2 Castagnolas. So the ball into play there once again in the middle of the line out, gets stuck in a bit of a meadow, coming off the front of the line out to see it's going to be Camilo. Camilo comes away with it here now in front of Beresford, and it looks like he's gaining distance. He's got a couple of lengths on him. Beresford's trying to close it up, but it's possibly all a little bit too little too late, and goal number 7 on the board there for Desert Palm. 7 goals it is to Desert Palm on an absolute rout here in chucker number 2. But we've still got a long way to go. We do have 5 chuckers still left to play. And we'll find out who's repeating and who's going to be possibly getting shorter horses here by the 4th and 5th chucker. And it's now going to be coming into this one here is Bartos. It comes clean out the back line, avoids the hook there from Beresford, but manages to pick up the play. Does Beresford here now, goes with the backhand, sends this one over the top of the first 2 players. Couldn't get that one up there for Lewis, but the backhand comes in by Rashudi. Rashudi's backhand slipping onto that one nicely. There's Bartos feeding it up once more, as if they're on a string. These 2, little brother puts it up for him, but he just quite gets caught up with the play on the ball on that one there, and Faku turns the play here now for Habtoor, looking to mount an attack here to get another goal and close his margin once more. Checks up once more, does Faku. Faku looking to come the other side of Beresford and Camilo just to meet Barto. Brings it forward once again. Faku turns back away once more, looking for space, looking to try and make a play from here, looking for a gap. Comes in, gets his pocket picked beautifully on that one there by Bartle. I have an eagle, he's off and he's away again. You can't dally around with these boys, they're off, they're into it. Dilly-dallying won't count because the hooter's gone, and Bartle says thank you. There's goal number 8. 8 goals it is to Desert Palm, 3 goals to Habtoor. And that there will end chucker number 2. 8 goals it is Desert Palm, 3 goals to Habtoor. So the 2 teams back out in the field here now. To get chucker number 3 underway with Camilo on Cañela, Rashudi on Negra, Rufino on Seferino, but we're already back in play and it's going to be Lewis. Lewis coming up with a play here now on Mima. Looks to go under the neck and drive this one in towards the goal. Gets a good strike of that one there and straight through the goals. Not just a good strike, an outstanding strike by Hugo Lewis from about 40 yards from his back line, deep out towards the side. Not a lot of angle to have a look at the goal, but through the goal it goes for Hugo Lewis. Taking the score now. 4 goals it is to Habtoor. 8 goals to Desert Palm. Lewis on Mima. Mohammed on Negra. And the ball back into play once again out the back of the line out here. Now it is Barto. Barto coming away on Sonada. Leaves that on behind. Has to regain possession once more with Faku on Cosmetica. In there with him. Just yields off it. Does. Faku goes with the shot there. Does Barto. Can it get up as far as Camilo? Camilo picks this one up, but he's just got pushed off out of it there by Lewis. In comes the near side backhand by Lewis. Feeding it up well there for Faku Sola. Faku knows he's got Barto, takes it up and carries it towards Barto here now. Rufino coming back to make the hook, leaves it behind, the backhand comes in, but it's now left for Camilo. Camilo onto the play, turns it quickly, drills this one forward, but the first person back onto this one is going to be Mohammed Habtoor. Mohammed goes with a nice tail backhand on that one there, looking to set up Beresford up on the play here now. Tommy Beresford on Hakkinen. Open Hakkinen here now for Beresford under the neck, he comes with that, and a good strong shot, keeping that one nicely in play. Lewis told to keep Barto off out of it, leaving it there for Faku. Faku comes up his inside, giving the play now to Barto. Barto comes round on the near side. Beautiful play here by Barto. Oh, and I gave him the commentator's curse, and unfortunately left that one behind. Rufino couldn't pick it up, just now picked up here now by Faku Sola. Sola there, in behind Camilo. In comes the hooking play, keeps possession, does Faku. Faku up on the move once again, tries to generate a bit of momentum, gets hooked out by Barto, but he's got Lewis in behind, takes a drilling shot in towards the goal, and through the goal it is. Habtoor saying we're coming back at you here, Desert Palm, look out. 5 goals it is to Desert Palm. 5 goals it is to Habtoor. 8 goals to Desert Palm. So 2 teams lining up once again. We're going to get this one underway once more. It is umpire right to bowl that ball into play, and the line out it is, front of the line out, trying to get away with this one here. I think it's Rufino. He just gets ridden off out of it, and it's going to be Faku to come away with this play. Faku on his near side, leaves it for Lewis, leaves that one behind there unfortunately, but he's got the long reach of Beresford. Beresford up on Don Juan once more, picks this play up here now. Sorry, he's on Hakkinen still, the white face just confused me. Goes under the neck, drives this one in towards the goal. Couldn't find it on this occasion from the long range shot, not quite getting far enough over the top of the ball, and it just goes wide. So the ball will be placed down the back line here now for Barto Castagnola to bring it back into play, with some 13 goals already scored here in 3 chukkers, 2.5 basically. Barto Castagnola, 4:20 it is on the clock as Barto Castagnola brings this ball back into play. Barto taps it there in behind Lewis. Keeps this ball moving forward, looking for a bit of a break, looks to see where little brother is, goes under the neck, Clashy sends that one out for him, out towards the clubhouse here on field number 1. Gets loose there from Tommy, keeps on moving forward, comes it up behind Faku, drives this ball up towards the goal. Faku comes in, near side play, clears the backhand from the teeth of goal there. Does Faku Sola, first round onto it. Backhand there from Rufino, not quite quick round enough onto that one there was Lewis, but it's going to be interesting play. Beresford sends it back into the crowd of players once more, and we have coming on to Rufino. Rufino getting hassled by Lewis. Near side backhand comes. Whistle goes. And we can see here on the replay that Rufino is getting hard pressure and pushed. Near side backhand there by Lewis. Ball comes forward, plays the stick side. The umpires say, nah, I don't think we can get him with that play. And we'll have a penalty here now, it looks like, in favour of Desert Palm, as the ball's placed down in front of goals for penalty 2. Players leaving the field of play, of course, to change ponies at this opportunity. Tommy off Hakkinen onto Totalo. As the ball's teed up there by Barto Castagnola. Players called. Barto walking up to this one here now. Little tap, that's all it takes. Flags are off. 9 goals it is now to Desert Palm. 5 goals to Habtoor. So back to the middle of the field in front of the clubhouse it is once more to get this back underway. 3:20 on the clock, out the back of the line out. Camilo off on the move here now, drills this one up, looking to feed this one up now for Barto. Barto on the near side in front of Faku. Barto Castagnola looks up, gets hooked off out, trying to come on to this one. There's Rashidi right in front of Beresford, flicks it in towards the goal, but he's just going to get shutted out over the back line there by Beresford. So the ball's just wide of that left-hand goalpost and being placed down for Tommy Beresford to bring back into play as Faku just quickly changes ponies. Up here now comes Tommy, sends it out for Faku. Faku checks up on the play. He has Rashidi there. Unfortunately, a little bit of a blocking going on there. No whistle to be given in though. He came across in front of him and trod on the ball, spoiled his play, but it's going to be Beresford playing that advantage. Beresford picks it up, drives this one forward, tries to put this one up here now for Lewis. Lewis coming onto it. Lewis coming forward. He's got Camilo in front, Barto in behind. It can't be dilly-dallying. He's going to have to get a move on. Left it behind, and it's going to be Rufino clearing it underneath the neck, trying to come up on that near side as Rufino, but there's 2 players coming down a little bit closer towards the line, and we get a whistle on the play. Barto doesn't think that that's correct, but we'll decide and let the umpires make the final decision. as it's theirs. So the ball's teed up here now for a penalty 2 from the spot. 30-yard spot rather. In favour of Habtoor Polo. Teed up there by Faku Sola for the undefended 30-yard penalty. Tommy drives it. Sorry, it's Faku. Faku flags aloft. 6 goals it is. 3 goals the margin now. 6 goals to Habtoor it is. 9 goals it is to Desert Palm. Top right, bowls that ball back into play once again. Back out the line out it comes. Backhand comes in there by Barto. It's now picked up for a little backhand. Sent up for Barto once more to come on to by the Castagnola. Castagnola going goal bound. Beresford and hot pursuit. Lots little pony run here. Poro's got his head down. Flicks over onto his near side. Beresford had to check up. Doesn't like that at all. Nothing going to be given. And it's gone wide. Beresford, I'm sure, will be looking at that saying karma. But the umpires see different, otherwise a whistle would have blown. He's probably thinking, trying to avoid the hook, he was trying to get in contention with it and flicking it up onto the near side, crossing in front of him, but gave him a bit of a flash of his life before his own eyes, and it is Beresford to bring this ball back into play for Faku Sola. Sola in front of the clubhouse. Camilo coming with him. Faku turns back inside once again. Beresford comes in, gets his pocket pick, can't find it, can't get his eye on it. Beresford can, Beresford's away. Beresford up on the move once again. Huge workhorse here for this Habtoor team, and a massive lofted drive up the field. It goes up the front door, waiting for that to come down. Mohammed Habtoor in comes to shoot, comes with a backhand, but it's going to be Lewis. Lewis at pace, and Lewis at pace it is to put it on the board. 7 goals it is to Habtoor. 9 goals to Desert Palm. Clawing the way back in. Stokely here in chucker number 3, and there goes the hooter, ladies and gentlemen, and that there will end chucker number 3, and we'll go into half time for our sponsors adverts, with the score being 7 goals to Habtoor, 9 goals to Desert Palm. And a little discussion from the Desert Palm team towards the umpires, who I'm sort of thinking, yes, you're right, because I believe that's how you deal with it. And you say thank you very much indeed, and we'll all go and have a cup of tea and quieten down, have a few electrolytes and a little team talk and everything else, and then we'll get back on with the second half of this match in 5 or 10 minutes. So the two teams back out on the field to play here now to get the second half of our first semi-final in His Highness, the President of the UAE Polo Cup 2019, the Year of Tolerance here in the United Arab Emirates. Camilo Castagnola is supposed to be coming out of Mojita. Rashudi, not quite sure, but I think he's back on Omani again. We have Rafino on Bero. Barto on Betty, Mohammed Habtoor on Mel, Hugo Lewis, back on Juana, Faku, getting back on later again here this chucker, and we also have Tommy Beresford out there on Don Juan. We'll be starting off with a roll in front of you, in front of us here at Polo Cam. And there's somebody who's not on my list, young Poppy, for the Habtoor team. So the ball back into play there by Matthias. It comes off on the near side. Backhand there by Lewis. But first onto this one here. Camilo's just got his stick all caught up and managed to pick it up on the near side. Gets pushed off and ridden off out of it there, but managed to regain possession of this play here now. Camilo pushed that a bit wide. Can he come back onto it? Does, but the ball just bounces away and it just comes in now for Faku. Faku comes on the play. Faku gets hooked off out of that one there. Lewis drills this one up here now for Beresford. Beresford on his near side picks it up with Barto in hot pursuit. Barto comes with a near side backhand. The ball falls dead. Backhand comes in once more there by Rashidi. Comes off the pony, comes forward once more. Back onto it again, up the boards here. Sorry, that was actually Rufino, but now onto it. Picks this one up here. There's Rashidi. Rashidi sends a high lofted ball up. Has to check up out of that one as Camilo, but it's going to be Lewis on that near side. Sends it back again, reciprocating, sending them all turning around once more. Apart from Rufino. Rufino Bensadon on the play here now. Rufino looks up, pushes this one up forward, up the front door, trying to get this one up for Rashidi, but it looks like Lewis is going to shadow this one out over the back line. It's a lot of attack, but to null so far as the ball is placed on the back line here now for Tommy Beresford and Habtoor to bring back into play. We have got quite a bit of sand blowing around. You can almost see the tracks on the field that the Polo ponies are making, and it is going to put on the deck there by Beresford. Beresford sends it up here for Faku. Faku corrects it, straightens it up on the move here now. Checks up with Bartle. Bartle comes in on the near side, picks his pocket, comes on that near side once again, plays the backhand. The backhand stays in play for Rufino. Rufino comes in, sends it further towards the goal. He's attacking here now, but it's going to be Beresford to pick this one up. Beresford turns away there from Rashidi. Beresford settles things down, avoids the hook, taps it forward once more, goes with the driving shot here this time, trying to get this one up there for Lewis, but it's going to be Rufino. Cuts the open backhand out there, trying to get onto it. It's going to be Barto, but it's going to be Tommy Beresford who picks this one up here first. Beresford checks on this play, goes the tail backhand, does so. He heard the call from Faku Sola. In towards the middle of the field here now. Wants to change the direction of play, so he gets a bit of space. Does so. Gets on the move. Gets going here now. Drills that one up the front door there for Mohamed Habtoor, who's all out there by himself. Mohamed Habtoor going goalward bound. This could be dangerous here for Desert Palm. He comes up, flicks it once more, and puts a beautiful goal through the goals. It is for Habtoor Polo. Mohamed Habtoor taking the score now. 8 goals it is to Habtoor. 9 goals to Desert Palm. Close that gap down. Whittled it away they have in the last chucker, and now this one here with 1 goal is now the margin. Can't leave the back door open for these patrons here in the UAE, because they will travel, they will score. 4 players are going to beat 3 every time, so great use there by Faku of his patron. The ball into play once again. Comes in Mohamed Habtoor trying to pick this one up, but it gets taken off him there by Rashudi. Rashudi comes forward with it, gets ridden off, picks it up to Faku. Faku comes away with the play. Avoids the hook there in the steal from Barto. Allows Barto to come to him. Yields off it, leaves it now for Lewis. Lewis flicks it inside. Lewis dismounts off the field, but it's going to be Camilo comes up onto this play here now. Camilo. Lewis quickly mounts back up again once again as gets hooked off out of it there. It does Camilo, and it's stolen once more by Faku. Faku just making a bit of time for himself as he comes inside. Pony kicks it, but he's got Beresford in behind. Comes through the players here. Does Beresford turns in towards the middle of the field, loses the angle, sends it up the front door here now this time, but Barto's awake and not going to leave Mohamed alone. Barto Castagnolo and Mohamed Habtoor coming up onto the play. Barto gets the better of it, plays the backhand underneath the tail. He goes with that one there, looking to set up Ravino, but it's going to be Beresford. Beresford flicks this one away. That long reach of his, avoiding the hook, takes the ball in the air, loses a bit of momentum, comes on that near side, tries to put it in towards the goal, but couldn't quite connect with it cleanly, and out over the back line it is. So it still remains the same. 8 goals it is Habtoor, 9 goals it is Desert Palm. 3:33 on the clock as the whistle blows.
Blue heard the whistle, blue heard the whistle.
There's a whistle, whistle, whistle. So the ball's placed down here on the back line for Desert Palm to bring back into play. Bartle brings it in here now. Taps it up behind Lewis, brings it forward, gain territory, looks to see what he can do, looks for a bit of space, looks for options, sees he's got little brother coming towards the stand here, goes himself on this one here, Lewis gets the better, a little bit of a backhand between the front legs or cross around the front, not quite sure where that came from, but it seemed to work, but unfortunately Barto picks it up here this time and drills that one up over the front door here now for Camilo to come on to in front of Sola, plays the one-time shot and pushes it wide. So the ball's going to be placed down on the back line for Beresford to bring back into play, end-to-end stuff. 17 goals scored so far here in this match. In chucker number 4 and 2:34 on the clock it is for Facu Sola to come up on this one here, but Barto's going to try and cut him out. Checks up on the play, comes back inside. Tries to come up onto that one, we get a whistle on the play. And we'll see on the replay there from Polo Cam. As Barto comes across to put the pressure on Facu, he checks up, comes back inside, pushes the ball forward, comes forward up onto the play, nowhere for him to make the play, and we get a whistle. Umpires just deciding what they're going to be giving on this, if to take it up from 5B or maybe even a penalty 4, because Facu is saying, well, I was solo, I was through, but the umpires go, maybe not. And there's a lot of ground to be covered, so we're only going to go to the halfway line here now for a penalty 5B in favour of Habtoor Polo. 2:25 on the clock here in chucker number 4 of our first semi-final in His Highness the President's Cup, the President of the UAE Polo Cup. So, Facu Sola. Circling around here now. Facu goes on the move, doesn't take the big shot, brings it up there in behind Rufino. It is Facu goes with the big plundering shot, penalty up forward. Looking to get on this one is Beresford. He might just have had a bit too much wood on that one, and out over the back line it goes. Beresford, you saw, was trying to stop the ball on the meat. In the air on the half volley, but unfortunately out over the back line it goes. So we have a little bit of a team chat there with Desert Palm saying, come on boys, these boys are getting a little bit back into this game again. What are we going to do to mix it up once more? As Barto Castagnola looks to bring this ball back into play. Barto brings it up behind Lewis once more, cuts it open this time, comes back to the old style play which they've been doing so consistently well, giving it up there for little brother. As if on an umbilical call, gets told to play the ball. Brings it forward once more in behind Beresford. It's going to be left now for Barto. Barto comes away with it here. Comes in behind Lewis, perfectly placed. Can't get to it. Can Lewis? Can't get to it. Can Beresford? Beresford just keeping Camilo off it. Comes away with the play here now. Does Barto, takes it over the 60-yard line, 40-yard line. Comes on the next, swooping through the players here now. Comes up onto it. Goes through the goals with goal number 10. Double figures it is now to Desert Palm. Coast-to-coast stuff there with just a little bit of play in between by Camilo, by Barto Castagnola. 10 goals it is to Desert Palm, 8 goals to Habtoor. With a minute left to play here in chucker number 4. So 2 halves of this chucker with the first 2 goals being scored by Habtoor, and now a couple of quick goals scored in retaliation by Desert Palm with the ball in play. Coming away with it here is Rashudi. Rashudi is away with it. Rashudi slipped through there up on the play now. Abawadi on the move. Abawadi goes with the controlled half swing. As I said, you can't let these patrons go. He goes, oh, and how cruel, comes off the post it goes, but he has Camilo drilling it home for Desert Palm. 11 goals it is. There goes the Hooter, so that there will end chucker number 4. I was saying you can't let these patrons go because they will score. How close could you get with that when the ball actually came off the post? Very cruel indeed, but it is Camilo to finish it off for Desert Palm, taking the score 11 goals to Desert Palm, 8 goals to Habtoor to start chucker number 5. And once more on Polycam, we will go to our sponsors' adverts. So 2 teams back out on the field of play here to get chucker number 5 underway. 11 goals it is to Desert Palm, 8 goals it is to Habtoor. And Mohammed Habtoor and Bajinchi. I think we got Hugh out there on. Let me just have a little look here. He's on Coloradita, Facu, Copada, Tommy. Back out on Bebeto. So 2 teams going to line up here now to get this 5th and possibly final chukker underway. Ball back into play it is. Frontal line out, looking to come away with this one. Shooting, but it's going to be Camilo to take up the mantle here now. Camilo takes up the play. Camilo up on the move here now to be met there by Faku. Takes him off out of it, picks the ball up in the near side, puts it back onto his stick side, looks to see where he is, goes with the backhand, plays it, keeps it forward, comes through on it, get a whistle on the play. Clever little play there by Faku. You see, comes in, dummies the backhand, just has to yield off a little bit, then brings his mallet down again, but still he comes up under the arm and pushing in from behind, possibly there on Faku Sola. So we get a penalty from the spot in favour of Habtoor. Beresford pushes this one up the boards here now for Faku. Faku making a little bit of space for himself on it here now. Faku unmarked to this point, but Camilo's going to close him down if he's not careful about this one, so he opens the shoulder and just hoists that one straight up into towards the middle of the field here now. First onto it though, looks like it's going to be Camilo and Mohamed Habtoor. Camilo and Mohamed Habtoor on the play, but we get a whistle. Camilo possibly slightly more, sorry, it was Barto, possibly more on the line. Mohamed a little bit wide of it, but you've got Barto just checking up and just unable to make a play. Good Barto, so we get a whistle on the play. And a penalty in favour of Desert Palm. Bartle taps it up here now for Desert Palm. Camilo up on the move, cuts it out towards himself this time, comes open into some open space, looking to go coast to coast here, reckons he can do this one here now, does Barto, but Lewis is coming back with him. Camilo's going to come back in behind to give him the support, so is Faku, goes with the shot, 2 blue players there of Habtoor there with Barto, and you get sends that ball up here now for Rashudi. Rashudi doesn't quite get enough under the neck with that one there, pushes it deep down towards that back line. Can he make a play on it? Drags it across in front of the back line and out over the back line it goes. Putting the pressure on there was Beresford. The ball's placed down the back line here now for Habtoor to bring back into play. Beresford brings this ball back into play once more. Beresford sends it up for Faku once again. Just to look up to Faku to see Camilo. Comes inside. This time chips it up towards the middle of the field. He knows he's got Tommy on the move, but just a bit far, and well positioned was Bartle, but uncharacteristically there he just leaves that behind on the backhand. In comes a sweeping backhand there from Rufino and spoils the play of Beresford as the ball skews out to the side. It's now picked up by Faku from Camilo once again. Faku going goalward bound. Faku Sola. Faku tries to get up past Bartle. Can't. It's now picked up by Lewis. Brings it forward. Bit of a melee. Camilo backs this one out here now, and it could be danger time indeed as we have Bartle Castagnola unleashed and Mohamed Habtoor pushing him hard on this one here. But Bartle looks like he's got the better of that one, takes a little chip shot up towards the goal, looks over his shoulder to see if he can leave it if the pressure's on, does so, leaves that one there for the unmarked Rufino. Rufino comes forward up onto it, taps it once, oh, and he's pushed it a bit wide. He's going to have to scurry to try and get this one back towards the goal it is, and wide. Sometimes the most scary thing in the world is you, the ball, and the goal, and not being marked. And there it is, the ball brought back into play by Faku. Faku Sola up on the move here now. Beresford's up top end, changing, and back he comes in, gets himself onside again once again. It is Faku coming through at pace here now. Faku and Cosmetica comes forward once again. He's got the pony, he's got the run, he can do something here. He's looking to go coast to coast by himself. Can't get the hook, and Rufino can do this time. The ball here left this time for Lewis. Lewis comes in, goes with the cut shot, gets a touch up behind the saddle from Bartle, but the ball goes wide. Bartle reckons he had no play. But the whistle silence, and it doesn't matter because the ball's placed there on the back line. Now for Bartle Castagnola to bring back into play. And we have a whistle on the play because Bartle will looking to change ponies. So we can't quite see the angle here. But Barto reckoned that he was on it. Hugo reckoned that he was on it, and Barto was coming too much from the left to the right to get to the line. But anyway, this is immaterial. Hopefully the pony's all right. I'm sure it is. Just trying to emphasise to the umpires as the ball's placed on the back line here now for Desert Palm. And Bartolomeo Castagnola to bring back into play. Bartle. Taps it up. Sulla waiting for him. Cuts it out here this time. That's enough to get onto it. But first onto this one here is going to be Lewis on Poppy. Lewis makes a turn. Irish Thoroughbred mare. Brings it inside. Gets hooked there by Ruffino. Sends the backhand. Unleashing Camilo. Camilo coming up onto it. Yields off it. Leaves it for Barto. Keeps it short. Can't get onto it. Oh, Beresford can. Plenty of space. Enough time. Just pushed it a little bit too far. Brings up inside once again. There's a few comments being made there from the Desert Palm camp, but the umpires whistle silent as Beresford picks it up once more, avoids the hook, strong in the play. Underneath him, loses momentum. Camilo waiting. Rashudi underneath the swing, just has to yield off it. We have a play, drives it up here this time, puts it up the front door, but it's a couple of light blue shirts, not dark blue shirts, waiting for that one there. Backhand by Barto, linking up with Ruffino. Ruffino yields off it, leaves it now for Camilo, drills that one under the neck and trying to set it up here now for Rashudi. Rashudi, what he goes on, heads a driving shot in towards the goal it is, comes on this near side, in front of Beresford, tries to flick this one back but couldn't quite finish it. A lovely play there by Rashudi Awadi, but wide it goes, so the score remains the same, 11 goals to 8 it is, as it has stayed all chucker, with some 4 minutes having been played. Nearly 5 as the ball's brought back into play there by Faku. Comes on the neck to unleash Beresford. Beresford loses a little bit of momentum, allowing Ruffino to get over to him. Does so, gets the hooking play onto him. Flicks that one away, does Ruffino once again, and that ubiquitous young couple of players by the name of Castagnola. It doesn't matter which one it is, but they're all over this field, and it's going to be Camilo working well off the play here now, onto the play, comes forward, flicks it through, looks to get through the players. We've got backhands coming in onto this one here now, and out towards the side it goes, but we get a whistle on the play. Right there in front of this Habtoor goal. We heard a cry there, maybe there's a foul hook, maybe there was, I'm not quite sure what went on. You could have possibly seen, if you were lucky, on the Polo cam replay. But there's just a little bit too much traffic where I am to be able to see through it. And there is a penalty 2 from the spot being given now for Desert Palm, looking to get the dozen on the board. As Barto jigsaws up to this one here now and taps it, puts it through where it is. The flags are off. A dozen it is there for Desert Palm. 12 goals it is to Desert Palm. 8 goals to Habtoor. With some 2 minutes left to play. Minute and a half before the first 2 to goes. So Matthias lines 2 teams up, bowls that ball into play in the middle line now. It is trying to look and find out and see where that one is. Beresford looks to pick this one up here now. Camilo tries to steal it, but instead it is Ruffino. We get a whistle on the play. And a cry from Thatcher down there in the Desert Palm camp. 4 goals is the margin. And a minute and 13 left to play before that first 2 to goes, and the ball's been placed down here now for a penalty 4. A 60-yard penalty in favour of Habtoor. Fakusola. Comes back to the walk. Stands over the ball, opens the shoulder, drives this one forward towards the goal it is, but it goes wide, and it looks like, or sounds like it's gone off a defender's mallet, and we have a whistle on the play for him to get another bite at the cherry here as the ball's placed down for a corner, a penalty 6 it is. Faku. Second round up onto the play here now. All the ones on the door, 1-11 to play. Drives this one forward, this time it's over the top, and this time it's straight through the middle it is. He's got the sights in now. Here in chucker number 5. 9 goals it is to Habtoor. 12 goals though to Desert Palm. So 2 teams make their way back towards the middle of the field. Habtoor, of course, are going to be back there first, having come the shorter distance. Ball back in play off the front of the line out. Lewis comes away with it. Rufo in pursuit. There it is. Lewis coming up onto this play here now. Lewis getting a touch up behind the saddle, but he's managed to keep this ball forward. Lewis on the Irish thoroughbred bear by the name of Poppy puts it away. 10 goals it is to Habtoor. 12 goals still though to Desert Palm. As that clock this time tick-tocks down. Lewis really needs to get back to the line out as quick as possible, but I think that clock is going to beat them all. We've got some 14 seconds left to go. Here in our first semi-final of His Highness of the UAE President's Cup 2019, the Year of Tolerance, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the final hooter goes, and the score is 10 goals to Habtoor, but going through to the finals on Friday is Desert Palm under the patronage of Awadi. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with you on Polo Cam